Which, speaking of positivity, I have a new album called Without You. The album is kind of technically, if a normal person was to see it, it may seem like a breakup album, but it's beyond that, man. We talk about
That's what I
subjects.
thought it was. No
It
lie.
kind of is,
Yeah.
bro. But in a way, there's subjects which reach depression. It reaches addictions, suicide. There's a bunch of like real topics in that
One of the
motherfucker.
songs, to give you props on it, how we're talking about positivity. One of the songs, you do get that vibe of rebuilding yourself. I think that's the name of the song,
That's
actually,
exactly
right?
what I was gonna
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
So in that song, it says, "I had to destroy myself to rebuild myself," and that means a lot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, the beginning of this year, I touched the floor. I hit the floor, but being Mexican, being strong, I had to get back
back
up.
up.
Get back up, bro.
And I think we all have seen each other
Fall
hit
down
that
and get
rock
back up.
bottom, but we stay with each other, we help each other up, and that's what keeps us going. That's what keeps me going, and seeing my brothers flourish, and you want to stay there with them too,
Yeah.
And we're bringing that energy, that positive energy, that motivational music. I've been there, and I know what it is and what it feels like. So if my music could like somehow motivate somebody in that situation, then by all means. And this is right now. Music changes. This is how we're feeling right now. Maybe a year from now, I'm doing something else completely different.
Party
from
albums.
Yeah, hey, yeah,
Yeah.
man.
But it's great music, man. Just
No doubt.
listen, blow time entertainment, man.
Yeah, yes. See, matter of fact, let's get into the albums you guys currently have. You just talked about yours without you.
Yes.
The name of the album is this obviously available on all streaming services.
Everywhere, man.
Physical copies. You're gonna have any physical
We
copies?
will have some physical copies in the future, but nowadays things are changing, man. Everybody just streams. When was the last time you had a CD?
I hate to
so
sound
we
old,
all,
but
no,
actually, I still have that.
Yeah.
The little booklet full of CDs.
Yeah, I still got
I
that
still
too.
got that too, bro. But like honestly, man, if someone gives me a CD or someone gives somebody a CD, 9 times out of 10 they don't have nowhere to play it at. my
Now and
man.
then, the new cars don't got no CD players in them.
Exactly.
You know,
It's all
Yeah.
Bluetooth,
like
now, so
Yeah.
that's we're aiming towards the future. CDs are a thing of a past. If anything, we would like to replicate maybe vinyls, man.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
That's
Go
set
back
in
to the
stone
classics.
right there.
All right, so recognize you also have an album that you recently put out. You have it right there in front of you.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us about is it Zion? The live
Zion, the city of David. I basically named it Zion because my last 3 mixtapes were like some King David. It's like King David series mixtapes. I like to call them King David. And it eventually led up to this, to the building of the cities, the King David. The city of David or whatever. And shout outs to everybody on this album, man. Shout outs to Low G, Rashid, Salmex. Shout outs to BGP, Young T, JV Rhymes, and DJ Zone. Appreciate y'all for y'all feature. Appreciate everybody that been streaming it. Last time I looked at the numbers at the studio, I'm very proud, very grateful, and thank y'all, man. Thank everybody. Make sure you go get it. Go check it out. Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, whatever you use, YouTube. Go check it out, man.
And my man has a new album coming soon. Actually,
Yeah.
2 new albums.
Two new albums.
Two new albums. Been working,
Already
man.
locked
Been
and
working.
loaded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have a title yet for the album. That
My
he's
next
gonna come
solo,
out?
yeah, I don't have a title. I got the track list ready. It'll probably come out early next year. But before that one comes out, I got one with my boy Marco Blue. It's a little duet. And he's the one he's basically taking lead on that album.
Yeah.
But I'm helping him out on it, and it's fire, man. When I say it's fire, I mean heat. So
Yeah.
I can't wait for that to come out,
From
man.
start
That's
to
gonna-
finish.
It's gonna hit the streets pretty soon, man.
It's
It's
called
dope.
Mail Route Madness.
Mail Route
and that's
Madness.
coming out soon.
Basically, something for the hood, for all the mail route, So
That's what's up, man.
No
And
doubt.
what can you expect as far as differences from your current album that you just put out, Zion, the City of David, compared to that album?
the thing that's gonna strike the most is gonna be the beats. My man BGP leveled up on these beats so hard. It's like from night to day. And saying that, providing he's giving me these hot ass beats, I gotta come with some hot ass lyrics, some
sure,
hot
yeah.
topics. I can't slack on that neither. So it's just a level up. If I had one word to describe it, I'll say a level up.
And speaking of level up, my boy JV Rhymes also has another album coming out soon called Moving Mirrors.
which also has the Level Up track in it. It has a 6-track album. Pretty much started at the beginning of last year, which is January, right? So now it's almost December.
Yeah.
Started working on it. BGP, of course, produced it, engineered it, did his best. And honestly, it's hard work from start to finish. It's actually like you could play it, let it ride out as on a car ride, and from Houston, to the south.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's new music, a new wave, a new sound quality. Because now you hear new music and it's kind of off. Let's see what actually makes us stand out is we like to add the EDM effect to it, kind of high bass, a lot of crazy synths. I mean, it's dope. It's some new stuff.
See, you're talking about the EDM. You're talking about your production work. I want to touch on that a little bit more. The first time that your production work got my attention, I didn't even know it was you. Straight up, I'll be honest with you. But started listening to Sound Mix, and Sal's like, "Yeah, man, that's my boy BGP." And I was like, "Oh, he does those cumbia beats." He's like, "Yeah." So, get a little bit off subject. We'll go back to the music part. But as far as your production work, how creative, or what helps you get so creative to be able to mix your cumbia style, mix EDM, and just keep it hip hop at the same time?
Well, I mean, it's always based on hip hop. But like I said earlier, I go around listening to every genre, every artist, every band. Even if they're bad, I still listen to it because there's something about it. You know what I'm saying? Anything and everything. And overall, what made the production change, specifically speaking about this year, it'll have to be going above and beyond, my man. Like, instead of doing your normal things that you're used to as a producer, you record the hook, the verse, the hook, it's the same patterns, do something different. And that's my key. Do something that no one has ever done before. Go above, there's effects, echoes, reverbs. People use it the same way each and every time. But like, for instance, we just finished a song called Sleep. And in the end, it goes into like a dream state. With a bunch of echoes and reverbs, and it takes you away, kind of like psychedelic almost.
Yeah.
And I got that from a specific genre called reggae dub. And reggae dub, that's all they do. They space you out. So towards the end, I applied those type of effects on that song. And that's just one thing. We did a lot of clubbing. We went to parties, a lot of EDM raves. And not only were we in there partying and getting,
It was business. It was
messed
business.
up, it was straight business, my man. So while everybody was on zombie mode, I was in there listening to the bass, listening to the drops, the way the music would rise.
The way
what
people
made
react.
the people reaction, what makes people react to certain sounds, what makes people move, you know what I'm saying? We were in there studying. We weren't just partying, So that's
that's
big,
dope right
bro.
there.
So
Yeah.
we gotta take it.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yes, sir.
So, I just wanted to point that out because, like I said, I'm a fan of your production.
Appreciate it,
It's fan of your music, but your production to me was what got me checking out your music. I was like, oh, he raps too. Like, okay, cool. And then find out about Blow Tommy and it's like, oh, okay. When I interviewed Sound Mix, actually, I introduced him as part of Blow Tommy. He's like, nah,
shit,
bro.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, they got their own group. I was like, oh, my bad, bro. Like,
No, he's definitely affiliated though, man.
Yeah,
he's a great
big
person,
friend.
man.
Big friend.
So my question to you guys is, obviously everybody brings a different style to the table. So far as the tracks that you guys have worked together, which track has been your favorite?
Well,
Wow.
my next one, man, and a lot of people say that, but I feel like it's true. My favorite track is the next one coming. You know what I'm saying? As far as fan goes, we do have like the 59 North to the I-45. That's been like one of the big top hits.
Yeah.
We have older songs, like for instance, me, I have The Ripper. He has a song called 2484s. Oh, no,
Yeah,
24,
24s.
24s, man.
It's on it's on YouTube. It's a video. It's on the Hater Proof page because Big C's, shout outs to Big C's. He directed that video for me. So.
And also the
Oh, that's
59
dope.
and 45,
Yeah.
yeah.
And one that's hitting right now, it's off of BGP's album, the Without You, the Good Times, Bad Times. A lot of people tend to relate to that as well. Some people are there for the good times and never there when the bad time comes. it's a great song. You know, every song is great, and we try to, like I said, we go through quality control. You know, we
Yeah.
try our best to not let garbage music out. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I want to say JV was the first one to ever tell me to rewrite a verse. He was like, I don't know, man, this don't go. I was like, I felt offended at first. I was like, how you gonna tell me to rewrite my verse? But
Yeah.
I remember it was my wife. She was like, hey man, well, if you're really an artist and that's his song, he didn't like what you put. If you're really an artist, you're gonna cater to him, and eventually.
Oh, so you're gonna take his side.
That should have been that way, but she was right. She was totally right. I redid it, and it was amazing. It came out way better. I ended up thanking them for it.
I mean, because like you hear it, like, man, I've heard him do better. You know, like not to mention stay on topic. You know, so it really it helps out one another. You know, when you criticizing. Really, that's also what also elevated our music as well a lot. The inspiration, the pushing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Being that you said how he told you to rewrite the verse.
Mm-hmm.
So being on that topic, being that obviously each one of y'all had a different favorite song, and how hard is it to be in the studio recording, for example, your track? Like, do you go into like, damn, I hope he likes this now, or did that change your mindset as far as working with him, or
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they're the first people that hear my new tracks,
Yeah.
So of course I'm hoping they like it. 'Cause if they don't like it, I'm pretty sure people ain't gonna like it neither. So of course I want their approval first, and once I get their approval, it's a go.
9 times out of 10, it's a go.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to my little brother Juice, because he's the worst critic.
Yeah,
man.
oh,
He's
man.
the worst critic. He don't rap, but he's behind the whole production, man. He's part of it.
He's like an outside ear,
Yeah, he's
so.
in there, and he'd be like, I'm not a big fan. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen you do better,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, man. Especially, man, I'll be writing some bars that be out of line sometimes, and he'd be like,
Too out of line. He raw with it.
yeah, man.
So, you being a producer, BGP, how easy is it to be able to produce when you're also an artist and been working with them for a long time, knowing their style? Like, how easy is that to be able to, work with somebody that what they can offer to a beat?
I mean, it's great, man, because we have a huge connection, and that goes above the music sense. More and more of a spiritual way. It's very connected. There's a lot of vibes, and we keep the vibes in a high frequency, if you may. And yeah, man, it seems to be very simple to work with family,
Correct,
with bloodline.
Yeah.
Of course, though, I've been working with other artists, other producers. Speaking of which, right now, Tima Ent are doing music videos, like little freestyle skits. We supply the instrumental original created by me or other producers like Slow Life or Me Go on the Track. Those are two other producers that we work with. We're also working with any other producer. So if you're an artist or producer and want to freestyle on a video, or you have a hot verse you want to drop down, you can find me at blowtimaent.com. Find the contact tab and send me an email. Go straight to me, man. Yeah. So let's make some moves. It's not just about us. It's about networking. It's about connecting with everybody, man. And we bring in the good vibes. If you have talent, we're looking for that. We're looking for talent, people who are in the business and who have consistency. Not somebody that is
Just
freestyling drunk on a Friday night. No, we're looking for people that are in the business like we are. You don't have to be famous or nothing, man. You just
We'll make you famous. That's what it's trying to
It's basically networking, man.
Yeah.
It's just trying to get out there.
giving back, bro.
Yeah,
we also do a lot of collaborations. We got one with Mark the Protege and Slow Life, new music coming out. We also have Antoderos on a couple of tracks.
Yeah.
So really,
shout out to Jay Zano,
Jay
bro.
Zano is
Jay
also
Zano
another great
too,
artist
man.
out there.
And these are all young cats that are coming up, man. I believe they have great talent, man. Working with them is great as well.
So you brought up how you guys are working with other artists. Individually, what artist or what producer is somebody that you guys would like to have the opportunity to work with, either local scene or
I would like to go above Houston, man. Even worldwide, like get some actual Mexican artists like Ramon Ayala, get some European artists, I like Hindu music a lot, you know, with the sitar, get people that play instruments and stuff like that. Of course, you know, work within. You know, I would love to make music with all the Houston legends. You know,
That'd be nice.
I wouldn't want to name them because there's so many of them.
Yeah. That's where I
But
miss
bring it back
somebody.
to the
Yeah.
roots too, though. You know what
You
I'm
might
saying?
miss somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of missions that we want to accomplish, man, and it will be done.
Yeah.
What about you, Recognize?
I mean, I would like to work with a lot of big name artists, a lot of big name rappers. Well, my favorite rappers, not necessarily because you know they're out or famous, necessarily because people I grew up with jamming like Jada Kiss, like Fabulous. You know, I used to jam a lot of New York rap, so a bunch of those artists, man, that'd be a dream come true. But also the people that are popping right now too, you know, I'll work with anybody. I don't really have a preference or anything. If the music sounds good, I'm with it. Let's go.
Sure.
So I like to get pushed to the limit. So anything, you know, legend would be great. I you know, I'd make collaboration with like Joyner Lucas, Eminem, possibly Hobson, Dizzy Wright, you know, someone, you know, different, East Coast, West Coast. It don't matter, you know, just as long as, you know, it's out there. I like to give it my all, you know, 100, 300, you know, whatever it is, you know, just to make it sound right, you know, because if not, then I'm fighting myself left to right, like I'm not comfortable with it.
Yeah.
At times that does delay it, but, you know, just know that the work is going to be out there, it's going to be put out, and, you know, sometimes, you know, that push is all you need to, you know, become better.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how you JV Rhyme, you told Recognize to rewrite a verse. Have y'all ever done a collab or produced a beat, and then when y'all hear the track put together, you're like, damn, I wasted those bars, or damn, what a waste of a beat. Y'all don't gotta say no names, but has that ever happened?
Man, I feel like everybody we work with, man,
You ain't gotta lie though.
has great talent.
We're on this.
There's been some people that you know, or I want to say, if you made like in a lower level than the level that we were taking it on a specific song or so. But I feel like it's about production and the producer. So you can have a whack ass rapper, but if you have a good producer, he can make it sound good. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So a lot of the times, it's the producer's fault why the song is not a hit. You know?
Yeah, like I joke with BGP all the time. I'll be like, man, I got it easy. I just got to come and rap. He's the one that has to make it sound good, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
So even if we collaborated with someone that's like completely terrible, if I have the vocals and I have the whole production behind it, because sometimes we collaborate and we just send out vocals to the other producer. But if I have control of the track, I'll make sure that I make everybody sound as good as they can be, you know?
For sure, yeah. What about you? You ever done a collab that you're like, damn, I wasted 16 on that?
No, not necessarily. I mean, every song has a different life, you know, it's a different feel. So really, you know, not really. I mean, I enjoy it all. And it's music. Music is supposed to be the escape, the magic, the difference.
But overall, my man, if they're paying for a collaboration, by all means, regardless whether they're whack or not, they're paying, and that's what it is. So,
That's what's up.
you know, give us a phone call. We got
Contact
you.
information will be
Yeah.
on the description of the video
Alright.
and the podcast.
Oh yeah.
No, but you know, in you guys, you know, you've been grinding for a while, but in your young career, what is the biggest accomplishment as an artist so far?
Well, I mean, we've hit up the Reliant Arena before, a couple of times actually. We've done big masses, man, and of course we've done holes in the walls, you know, where it's just a small amount of people, and regardless whether it's one person or 1,000 or more beyond, you gotta give it like if it's the last show, my man.
Yeah.
Give it your all. I think my biggest accomplishment was performing at the Dope House Unity Fest. I just performed there and working with Lil G and Rashid, and just getting into it with them boys. It was really a dream come true, kind of, if you will. And it's just going up from here, you know.
Yeah.
So hopefully a lot more accomplishments come.
Hell
Yeah, that was dope. We went to it. I left early, but I got footage of it.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up,
Hell
man.
yeah. Appreciate that, man.
Well, what was the question again? I was over here trying to pay attention to this day unity thing, and you said you led.
The accomplishments.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I would say really improving my style. I came a long way. A lot of criticism as well. but I could say is dropping my album about to get dropped. I mean, I'm a hard critic of myself as well. So really, I'm like, I don't want it out. I don't want it out. As you can tell, I tell Hunter to rewrite his verse. So I'm very picky,
Yeah.
man. So I would say the album about to get released, man. It's a huge accomplishment because
Nice.
it's nice. You know?
It's good too. It's really good. I heard it last time, man. It's like he said, from start to finish, it's gonna be a
Banging.
banger.
And the cool thing about that album, my man, is that it blends. So right when the track is about to finish, you know, we put like a little psychedelic sound or something that'll, like a certain effect that'll blend smoothly onto the next
So
Finish
track.
track.
you
oh, okay,
know
so
what
there
I'm
you
saying?
no little
That's
5 second
kinda like-
empty
Yeah,
space.
it's like
like-
one. It's like one big track, if you know what I'm saying. if you
Yeah.
will.
Kind of like Pink Floyd. I got that from Pink Floyd and jamming old school, you know, 70, 60 bands. They
And-
used to do that psychedelic flow, you know, where the album would just go fluently, you know.
Yeah,
It's called moving mirrors. Now, when you think of mirrors, what do you think? You know,
reflection of yourself.
self-reflection
Yeah.
of yourself, and so you're trying to, you know, change, you know, the mirror image that you see in front of yourself to make the perfect creation of who you are. So really, you go through so many changes, and you wake up every day. You see yourself in the mirror, like, man, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Sexy
So you
man
have
right
to
there.
move mirrors, you know. So it really is. We're taking a psychological way of, you know, dealing with our music now. Is to heal people. I mean, it's live, you know. It's legit.
Yeah.
I say that's the accomplishment. You know, we're still together as a crew. That's the accomplishment. And
Yeah,
sure,
that's
yeah.
a big accomplishment. You know,
Yeah.
most people fade out or fall off over money, girls, whatever, you know, the case
even,
may be.
You know, for example, when he told you to rewrite your verse, that could have.
Oh, that could have, yeah.
That could have gone.
That could have ended a
that coulda
friendship
gone
right
complete-
there.
Yeah, like he
For
think
real.
he better than me or something. Like, so the fact that you took it, you know, like okay, he's right. I can do better.
Yeah, of
that,
course,
you know,
you
that,
know.
that creates unity as well, man. Because
It takes a lot. Plus, it takes a lot for a person to correct you too. You
Yeah.
know.
I was
You
about to
gotta-
say that, like, now he can feel more comfortable coming
Yeah.
at you, like, hey, bro, you know, I've told you once before, and it's been a while, but this shit whack, bro. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
maybe not in those words, but
Yeah.
yeah, it does create that unity as